2015,
Right.
which is already a decade.
It doesn't seem that long ago, though, really, 2015.
Already a damn decade. And 2015, which gave us Guillermo del Toro's Crimson Peak.
I'll hold hand up. I've not seen it.
Hey, Jessica Chastain, Tom Hiddleston. I mean, I kind of just like Del Toro, really. I'll watch it because I know it's just to look at it because it's Del Toro. So I can almost watch it for just that. But I was actually pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
It's the year that gave us Krampus. I think a lot of people like that. It gave us Maggie.
I like Maggie. Maggie was a good one.
Yeah, definitely an underrated Arnie flick as well. They gave us the Poltergeist remake, which I don't think anybody saw.
I saw it because I'm a big fan of the original Poltergeist. So when the remake came out, I thought, yeah, I want to go and see that. And it's not as good as the original, but it's not that bad. It's not great. Don't get me wrong. It's not a fantastic reimagining or retelling or anything. It's a hammed up modern horror remake kind of thing. But yeah, it's not bad. Not bad.
It gave us Robert Eggers, The Witch.
Oh yes,
we like a bit of Robert Eggers here.
I think we do like Eggers.
He's carving out a nice niche for himself. I think Boy's doing all right, isn't
he? Yeah, well, I like all of his work so far. You know what I mean? I can't complain about any of his work. Nosferatu being one of my favourite films.
Yep.
That's the end of the sentence. It's been one of my favourite films. It's just
it's one of my favourite
fantastic.
Films.
Yeah.
It also gave us Deathgasm for a bit of a giggles.
I've not seen that one either.
You know what? I think there's a sequel on the way. Maybe any time now, just in time for this year's watch. It's not bad. It's just a bit of fun. It's clearly only meant to be a bit of fun. I mean, heavy metal band, accidentally singing stuff that really is an incantation and really having to deal with the demons. Yeah, you know what you're getting. And you get what you want, really. That's what you're in the mood for. That's what it does. So
it's like an old. Well, I don't want to say old, but there is a kind of a horror trope, though, isn't it? The completely blissfully unaware of what you actually read. I mean, Evil Dead's the same sort of thing. Like you don't realise what you're messing with, and think it's all fun and games.
You'd never read it aloud, You just certainly don't sing it.
Do you know what? That's one of my favourite things in the recent Evil Dead remakes, which I absolutely love. I think they're brilliant. But the first one, when the lad finds the book in the cellar and he's thumbing through it, and it says, "Don't read this aloud," and the first thing he does is like. It just warned you. Like, it told you not to, and you did it anyway.
Yeah,
but you
did it anyway.
Hubris, isn't it? It's
like a big red do not press button. It's human nature. It's got to be done.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to zoom you back to 2005.
Okay.
20 years ago. Slim pickings, kind of, a little bit. We got the Amityville Horror, the Ryan Reynolds version of it.
I really enjoyed that film. I think that's a great film.
It's not bad. There's so many Amityville, whether they have Amityville in the title or whether it's something else, but loosely based on the Amityville incidents. Mm-hmm. So many movies taking that as inspiration. That's not a bad one.
The Ryan Reynolds one, I particularly like because it showed Ryan Reynolds with a bit more range, where he's not cracking jokes, he's not being funny. Like, he's sort of cheeky, charming self at the beginning, but then he descends into that darker side. And I really enjoy it. I think, like I say, it shows some of his range, and I think it's a good film. It's worth watching. Definitely.
Certainly doesn't go in the horror section of my video store, but Constantine, just to keep with the supernatural theme, Keanu Reeves as Constantine.
Where would you, what shelf would you put it on then, if not on horror?
I mean, if it's my shop, then I've probably got a comic book movies section, and I guess I'll put it in the comic book movies section. Other than that,
That's dangerous, that though, man, because there's a lot of comic book
it's
films.
a big umbrella, isn't it?
Yeah, you're going to end up with a whole side of the shop. That's the comic book movie section. With its own subsections of horror, comedy. But
it used to need that much shelf space. Used to be like a couple of Swamp Things, and, not a great deal else.
Yeah,
now it's like, now you need to try and somehow kick out Greg's and take over the other store. I don't know. Maybe it's more fantasy, perhaps, because it's not horror by any stretch of the imagination. Obviously, it deals with.
I'd argue it's fringing on horror. It's horror adjacent, at least, just because it's got the heaven and hell aspect to it. So anything that involves that sort of element, I would always think, well, that's edging on the side of horror. When you start bringing devils and demons into it, that's because you got to remember, like, horror. Horror's a very loose genre, anyway, isn't it? Really, you know what I mean? It's, for me, like, a horror film should actually horrify you. You should be disturbed by it. But a lot of horror films nowadays, they're not that horrifying. They're just, it's a bit violent, or it's got a creepy thing in it. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's all it takes to be horror nowadays. So
yeah, we'll certainly get into that. It also brought us Cry Wolf, or technically Cry_Wolf, very 21st century title.
I think I saw that, but I think it was one of those where I watched it once on a night and
it's not. I mean, it does have Jared Padalecki in, so if you're into that kid, then you get to look at him for a bit, which people like to do. But it was the year that also brought us Devil's Rejects, to kind of pull it back a little bit.
I like that one.
But it's also the year that brought us Doom. If we're going to throw demons and stuff in, then it gets a bad rap. And it's not exactly Dwayne Johnson's Oscar-winning performance.
Carl Urban's in it, though.
But Carl Urban. So. Yeah, just always good. He has a few great lines. I like the bit where his sister finds out his call sign of Reaper or whatever because his name's Grim. And he's just very like sort of looking down the nose at it, and he just goes like, "The Marines, not poets."
It's got character, that film. It's whenever you do a film or TV show based on a video game, it's never going to be quite the same because the game's interactive.
Yeah,
you're doing something, whereas you got to watch someone tell you something about it, and it's like it's their experience of it. So they're tricky comic book movies, I think. I mean, look at Sonic the Hedgehog, for example.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, just to deviate slightly, that's a weird sort of adaptation of that game. If you look at that game and then look at that film, it's like how did you get to that?
Yeah.
Apart from that blue character, that's the only thing really. But
yeah, but it's also Stan Winston's Creature Shop doing the effects on that. So yeah, I mean that's a good selling point. Yeah. Well, it's a year that brought us not one but two Hellraiser movies that nobody saw. Hellraiser Deader, Hellraiser 7, if you will, and Hellraiser Hellworld 8. If you prefer. I mean, we're talking straight to DVD stuff here. They're not.
Yeah, I mean, they're
not the best.
Yeah, I kind of lost track with Hellraisers when, like you say, back in sort of noughties, like you saw them in bargain bins, just random Hellraiser. You looked on the back of it, and it just looks like a fan film kind of thing. It's like,
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm not that interested.
It also brought us Die You Zombie Bastards, which is a favourite of mine.
I can't say I've even heard of that one.
It's ridiculous. It's terrible, but it knows what it is. It's very Trauma-esque. You'd be very gladly forgiven for thinking it's trouble, just checking out a clip on YouTube or something, and assuming it's a Trauma movie. It's very much in that vein. And it just makes me giggle. I like it. It's fun. Yeah. Certainly, it's not really horror. It's definitely a comedy. Let's jump back to 1995.
Go on then.
90s kids, we were there. It was good. It was edgy. But how edgy really was it? We'll find out, seeing as it's spooky night. It was a year that gave us some short, fairly disappointing sequels, really. We got Candyman 2, kind of forgettable.
Yeah. I wasn't a fan of the first Candyman, to be fair. You know what I mean? It wasn't a bad film, but I wasn't a massive fan of it.
Yeah, I didn't see it as a franchise making film, but you know, anything is.
It's not a bad film, but like I say, nothing like Halloween or Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street or anything like that. But some people like him.
Yeah, we got Demon Knight, Knight with a K.
Nice.
Demon Knight, Billy Zane.
Mm-hmm.
Quite partial to a bit of Billy Zane. I don't feel like he doesn't get enough love, that kid.
I can't name that much that he's done, to be fair. I mean, Titanic and Phantom, where sort of my mind goes to. It's like, it's either that one or it's that one.
Yeah, I mean, they were kind of like, they were his big chances. You know, if it was going to be a household name, it was going to be those. And so, you know, obviously DiCaprio kind of outshines him in Titanic. Yeah. And I mean, The Phantom was a big, huge flop, which is a shame because it's wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably paying a massive disservice, and he's probably done loads of films, and he's probably done stuff off camera.
Yeah, dude never stops working. Yeah,
that's what I mean. It's just that I know who he is, but I can't name all of his work, kind of thing. But yeah, he's probably done some amazing stuff that I've seen and I've enjoyed, and just gone, I didn't realise he wrote that, or didn't realise he directed that. You know, things like that.
It brought us Embrace. 1995 gave us Embrace of the Vampire with Jennifer Tilly and Alyssa Milano. So there's really only a certain section of people watching that film for a very particular reason.
That sounds like it'd be an interesting film, to be fair, just by cast starting there.
I mean, if you were sort of, 15 at the time, probably much better. We got The Prophecy, Christopher Walken.
I didn't see that.
In time, not exactly horror, and Elias Koteas, of course, better known as Casey Jones to people of a certain age. It brought us Species.
I remember Species.
Sci-fi horror again, probably only watched by teenage boys for reasons that aren't really horror related.
Yeah.
It brought us a couple of sequels. I say sequels, continuations of the franchise. We got the 6th Halloween movie in 1995.
Which one was that one? Was that the... who was in that one? Was it H2O? Was that H2O?
No, that was The Curse. The Curse of Michael Myers. I believe it's the 6th. I could be wrong. I can't remember that probably one. Correct me. I think it was around the 6th anyway. We also got us The Howling 7. Or New Moon Rising, as it's known, depending on what country you're in. That's some werewolf shenanigans for you.
Yeah.
Among other things. Straight to DVD trash, by all accounts, bearing the Howling name. But,
hey! I don't, I'll be honest, I might get crucified for this, but I don't hold the Howling in a massive high regard from the start anyway. I think do you know what I mean? It's nothing special. The werewolf film is nothing...
Yeah, I think
for me.
I think the werewolf genre is such slim pickings. I mean, there's a lot, but there's just so much trash. Like complete and utter trash. So anything that's kind of decent almost gets deified. The werewolf fans are just like, it's not garbage, it's amazing then.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, it's very polarized, isn't it? It's like you either like it as a werewolf film or you don't like it as a werewolf film. But I think that depends more on what you want from a werewolf kind of thing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back in a CG-free 1985.
Ooh.
Let's see how you like some of these bad boys. We got, of course, George A. Romero's Day of the Dead.
Of course we did.
Of course we did. We also got Right alongside that, we got the return of the Living Dead. We've spoke about that at length, kids. If you want to look that up, I'll link it to this video.
So we certainly did.
It's the year that gave us Reanimator. Oh
yes. Oh, I love that
film. Actually on rewatch, and it's been a while, and I've watched it recently. That film has like everything. It's sci-fi, it's horror. There's a bit of comedy, dark comedy, if you will.
Yeah.
There's blood, there's boobs, there's zombies. It's like apart from like Kung Fu Werewolves, of course. There's none of that, but there's pretty much, most other things you could want.
Yeah, I would say I think it's one of those where, like, if you've seen it and you know about it, fantastic. But more people should know about it. It's one of those that deserves to be more of a cult classic, but not that many people. I think it's maybe gaining a bit more recognition because of the internet and groups on Facebook and things like that. People are getting introduced to it, and it's swelling kind of thing. But
I mean,
how old it is and how universally popular it is, it doesn't match up like in time kind of thing. It's taken its time to get there, but it's a fantastic film, Reanimator, and the sequels as well.
Yeah, as sequels go, especially in this genre, there's one of the stronger franchises in that sense for consistency of not just instantly turning into money-making fodder.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Speaking of which, we got Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge.
I like Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's not as high up my list as like some of the other franchises. I enjoy it. I enjoy a Freddy film, but let's face it, he's a dream nonce. So I don't really watching films about dream things. Do you know what I mean?
1985, which also brought us The Howling 2. Your sister is a werewolf. I mean, what a name! What a title! Tells you everything you need to know about what you're going to see. So, I mean, fair enough.
That's it. So you don't need to watch it, kids. Don't bother.
It also brought us Silver Bullet. Corey Haim.
I really enjoy Silver Bullet. Silver Bullet's one of my favourite werewolf films. It's probably in my top. I'd say it's in my top 5. I don't know if it's in my top 3 or not. Maybe, but I really enjoy that film.
Good solid movie.
The good thing about Silver Bullet, one of the things that I like about it is you don't see the werewolf that much. No. It's not so much about the werewolf. I mean, the spoilers. The Silver Bullet is the kid's wheelchair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what the film's about. It just happens to involve a werewolf.
Its time will come. Much like Reanimator, people will be talking about Silver Bullet at some point. It's a great character piece. It's a really solid movie. 1985, also the year that brought us Life Force.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Naked chick, vampire. No, space vampire. So sucking the life force from people.
No.
It brought us Ghoulies.
I like Ghoulies. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, for shits and giggles.
Weirdly, that's been shown on my my Facebook feed quite a fair bit recently.
Yeah.
I'm saying just scrolling up and just seeing this picture of a toilet with Ghoulies just hanging out of it.
That's one I always remember. The video store had the big cardboard cutouts. The Ghoulies when that was at, and then so you remember walking in when you're like only around the same size. I mean, I'm still only around the same size as the fucking Ghoulies. So
you've not grown much since.
And they are. I mean, they're not. I don't know, scary as such, but they are ugly little fuckers.
No, I'll tell you something, right? Because funny enough, you should mention that. We had a video shop down bottom of the village growing up, and they had I can't remember if it was a poster or a cutout of them, and I didn't like to walk past that.
Yeah.
Obviously, it freaked me out. I always had to get distracted, or I'd cross round, like walk past it on the other side of people. Like I must have only been 5 or 6. Do you know what I mean? I was only a young'un, But yeah, I remember I didn't like it, and I don't know if it was because they were in the toilet. Like as crazy as that sounds, like
no, because it's like because you've got one of them at home.
Yeah,
and it's the realism element, the recognition that like toilets.
But also at that age, being 5 or 6, it's like I've only been using that a short while. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't in the brochure. They never said.
Yeah, that wasn't in the training manual. What do I do about them?
It brought us a lovely, a Fox favourite of mine, anthology movie, Cat's Eye. Yeah, it's like
I'm not sure if I've seen that one.
It's like an anthology. There's about maybe 4 or 5 sort of stories. They're not particularly intertwined, except for that they all involve cats in some form or other.
Okay.
At various points, it does have Drew Barrymore and James Woods on the screen, which is always a good thing for me. I like James Woods.
I feel like I might have seen it. You know, back in the day when we all used to go to Blockbuster or wherever, and we'd get like a collection of films for the weekend and just take them back. And when you said Drew Barrymore, I was thinking that does ring a bell, because I'm sure I've seen her in some obscure horror film.
Yeah, I mean, do you remember the Steven Spielberg Amazing Stories?
Not by the title. I might remember seeing
TV. It was also we used to rent the videos all the time, but it was shown on TV because it was a lot like that. Like I said, it's an anthology thing, and they don't really connect. But it's just I don't know. Somehow I like parts of it more than others, as you will when there's different stories being told. But yeah, it's one I always come back to. There's something about it. What else did we get? Oh my God, we also got Friday the 13th movie. We also got Friday the 13th Part 5.
Oh yeah,
The New Beginning.
The
New Beginning.
Jason's up there. Like, do you know, as I was saying earlier on about Candyman and Freddy and things like that, Jason's probably one of the top for me. Is as a franchise and as a character. I'm not saying they're the best films or anything like that. Just for my personal favourite, Jason's probably up there. It's probably the top off top of my head. Like,
yeah,
off top of my head now, I probably think Jason's probably. I can't think of anyone that would top him off top of my head that I can think of. They might be.
1985. Also, if you want to stray slightly into the realms of animation, but very much keeping in the horror, a little film I think you know, I hope you know, called Vampire Hunter D.
I certainly do know that. That was one
favorite. Again, a Fox favorite, if ever there was one. Big fan of that movie.
Yeah, I would say that was one of my first anime experiences. That was amongst some of the earlier ones that I watched, and I remember watching it and just being absolutely enthralled with it. It's fantastic. I mean,
absolutely love it.
It is. When you go back and watch it now, it does look very dated, but more from the animation like style more than anything. It's just not as clean and crisp as everything is nowadays. But as the story goes, and as for the visual sort of animation, like the shots and the vignettes and things, it's a beautiful film. I love it.
Yeah. Regularly rewatched. Thankfully, I don't have to wear the VHS out anymore. So.
Yeah, I'm saying tip of the hat to Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust as well as a because that's fantastic. Obviously, as a sequel to an anime, that is probably one of the best.